Today, I'm gonna take you on a trip into the woods and back in time. I received a comment on one of my first videos last week, and it was this gentleman telling me his story. It was a personal story, and I thought it gave me an idea for a new video, and I thought it was a great story and I had to share it. This story is about his father and some of his experiences here in the Southern Cascades. Let me read a little bit about this gentleman and give you a perspective of what we're doing today. It says, Bessie Rock once had a lookout on top of it. When my father was a teenager, he took a train from Missouri to work there as a fire lookout during the summers until he joined the Army during World War II. All right, hold on a second. Here's a teenager riding across country to work in a fire lookout. The supplies they needed were transported 6 miles by mules from the Imanaha Ranger Station to the base of Bessie Rock, and then carried up the ladder to the lookout. When I was 8 years old, I climbed the lookout with my dad and listened to his stories. I recall supplies were replenished every week. Okay, I've been to that rock, and here's an 8-year-old kid climbing that with his dad. That's awesome. Can you imagine being stationed 6 miles from the nearest road on top of Bessie Rock with lightning strikes nearby? No. Glass insulators supported the bed and a little stool inside the lookout. When lightning hit the lookout, a person could avoid electrocution if they were on the furniture. That lookout person would often use a bar of soap to quickly mark the window where they saw lightning strike the ground, and then return to the insulated furniture to avoid getting fried. That's crazy. Then later they will go back and look at the marks in the window and inspect and make sure there was no fires or smoke coming from where the lightning struck the ground. Okay, let me wrap my head around this. Can you imagine yourself as a teenager on top of this rock, no TV, no cell phone, maybe your favorite magazines in your hands? Yes, everything was made by hand those days. They didn't have any power tools or everything. The nearest road was 6 miles away. Everything was carried up here by pack mules. I can't even imagine. I don't. Do you know any teenagers that would do something like this? I don't, but then again, I only know about 2 or 3. But this lookout on top of Bessie Rock was removed in 1969. But thanks to a little bit of movie magic, I believe it would have looked like this. Life was very different back then, and this story paints a great picture of what that was like. It's crazy. This is the lookout of Mount Stella. It was built in 1931. Like so many other lookouts in the area, this lookout was used during World War II as an aircraft warning station. They were here stationed throughout the winter, weeks at a time with no supplies. Talk about a survival show. I'd pay to see that one. This was someone's bed at some point. Looks like the earth is taking back the cabin slowly. piece by piece. That was a real wood shingle roof and just disintegrating. These trees were not here when they built this lookout. This was all cleared. So this was the top of the rock, the top of the mountain. From up here you get great views of the ridge. You get a really good view of Crater Lake, Mount Thielsen, the whole Upper Rogue River area. Things have changed in a few years. Now you can't see. Even the lookout is below the tree line. And that brings us right here to the Long Prairie Cabin. It's a building, it's in the historical records. And I was here 2 months ago and I was doing some pictures and taking other stuff. I didn't take a picture of the cabin. I kind of regret that, and I'll show you why. This cabin was built by cattlemen before the road. It's said to have been built in the early 1920s to early 1930s. It was used each year for cattle let out and roundup by all the cattlemen in the area. During World War II, there was a young married couple that stayed at the top of Hershberger lookout. They were hired by the U.S. Army Air Corps. From early 1942 to late 1943, they lived up there through the winters. Cold, snow, rain, everything in that little lookout. Their job was to scan the skies every few hours and search for enemy aircraft. Any aircraft flying from the Pacific, and protect Oregon against any attack. During the wartime winters, this cabin served as a snug, warm place for the Forest Service people that would bring supplies and skis and snowshoe up to the top of Hershberger lookout to deliver these supplies. And this is the cabin today. I was here 2 months ago. It's unbelievable. You may be wondering what fire lookouts and this video have to do with photography. And that's because of the view. The spots that these lookouts were built were chosen because of the view you get. You get amazing, vast views of the mountains and the valleys and all the layers of mountains that seem to never end. Some of these lookouts are available to rent. You can spend a night or two, and if you want to do a quick internet search, it'll show you where and which ones are available. But it's a great option if you want to put yourself in the shoes that some of these people used to get paid to do a job like this. Just imagine spending a whole summer up in one of these lookouts. If you're into shooting the night sky, what a better place. Clear nights and beautiful views. This is awesome. I'll show you some of the views from up here. That's Mount Thielsen over there. And as we pan across in Crater Lake and its spectacular views. And right there is the sun setting on rabbit ears. I made a video about taking a picture of rabbit ears. I haven't taken the shot I want yet. And pretty soon I'm gonna climb it. I don't know when or how, but I'm gonna be in one of those two ears. It's in my bucket list. All these lookouts in this video have been decommissioned. Technology has advanced so much that now we have heat-sensing radars on drones or helicopters. Our satellites are so accurate at predicting lightning strikes. Technology has made these lookouts obsolete. Hall's Point, built in 1957. White Point, built in 1951. Mount Stella, built in 1931. Hershberger Mountain Fire Lookout, built in 1925. This is what the lookouts look like. Very small space. You have maybe a bed and a chair. I don't know if there's anybody in there. How would you feel about coming and staying up here for a couple of weeks during fire season, where you can look out the window and try to find those lightning strikes? The views are awesome. You can see every mountain for miles. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and the views and a little bit of history and a glimpse into what that lifestyle was many years ago. Don't forget to subscribe, please, and hit the like button. And if you found this interesting, please share it with somebody else that might be interested too. We'll see you next time. Bye.